enti na ya yete saa efutu nsatrayen I just ma meaning say ya boye dua ma say ya adwen ya kwada fi say kwabrani to me who say ya tro don't urinate here ka shamo ya bia me jinso wa ha now so one no beto ni boy yi ne kote nsemfu ehima menka na minimre ma sebe eya me ya I'm feeling the pain so I'll be playing into pain in pain. This is not sugar coat, this is pepper spraying. Because if we pamper the problem, it will persist. So let's resist. If we fail to do that, it will be a risk. Read my lips, take the steps. If you swim at the beach, keep your mouth closed. You might eat shit. It's not even funny. In Sean, like your dog, I a backboner. You'll be to ball a cocoa council. Koshe kwada so kwanso. Ye, nam so ye pesa ye kote na obi maso. So be free mu sisi a ye be se nyame na afre no. Now so ye nim se we ndi uhuni utwa won na so. Listen, life is precious, but some people don't take care because people can burn rubbish anywhere, polluting the atmosphere. You can't walk in the streets without coughing. It will not be long. The rich men in this country will be undertakers. Sometimes I feel like this is not our country. We are just caretakers. Sometimes I feel like Trump was right because minds are so constipated. This is my little advice. I really hope they take it. Address to Mr. President. Dear sir, I know you are very busy, so go straight to the point. Sir, please let some workers of the sanitation ministry go and replace them with some officials from Nogopo. So be in a bema will be dream so bedroom so pet na yera. And as Okonko say Uko Jao nine. Oh yes, Oko to pet na waka. And no more mushy ball a book council. Or Mubedu Fiene Guamon Paso. Or my paying me a sure sabe fine. We say the party meaning yesu buying and such am to ya we know the mind. So Mr. President, please consider my humble suggestion. Thank you, yours faithfully, Masaya say, from a patriotic citizen, Onwaweni Amaze.
Timekeeper. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Judges. 8, 9, 7, 8, 8. We drop that 7. We drop this 9. 8 plus 8 plus 8.
24.
8 plus 8.
Say this again because people who do illegal fishing are selfish. They don't want others to selfish. You see, people who are in power put their country for sale, and the Chinese bid so well to dig our own graves. How is this practice different from the system we had when the Europeans first arrived? Don't be a fool in paradise, my brother. It's just been modernized by kind courtesy of technology. You see, they poison our waters with cyanide through galamsey. But as citizens, we too have a say. We can't just sit and watch from the sidelines and behave like Adam's Quara say. We need a long-term plan to complete the cycle of waste production. If my memory serves right, we produce about 3,000 tonnage of waste a day, which could generate an amount of like 80 billion cedis if recycled. Now, do not be wild. You see, there are individuals who have the means and ways, but bureaucracy throws bottlenecks on their way, and they never get to meet the head of state. So I'll say this in a couple of ways, and I'll say this a number of times, and I'll probably say it again because they cut down all our trees, and our forests are turning into human settlements. So we have no place for shade. But this is not to throw any shade. You see, the year of return never prompted any sense of urgency to keep our country clean. We still live in our old ways. We say we live in Accra, but our households are full of slums, while our MP Trasako care less about the hard life we go through and still be called the honorable. That's why I hate the slums. That's why I hate the slums. But you see, that's the place where I belong. That's why I may hate this slum. It's such that only the fittest survive. But we already survive as fetus in the womb. That's why we are here, right? You see, the slums lack potable drinking water. And the only boiler we have is in the center of the community, distributing disease like how ECG supplies your electricity. No toilet facilities. Grown-ups behave like kids playing chaskele with shit and joe. So how can I achieve my dreams in such an environment? The slums is not a place to dwell forever. Our ghetto heroes tell us that. Because once they make it, they live into rot and buy houses by the lakeside. So we need to be our own heroes because we know the situation we face on a daily. That's why it's hard for me to believe this is a slum competition when there are some who have never witnessed the realities of the slum locations. Let's pay more attention to the slums. It's killing our dreams. Let's pay more attention to this slum. It's a place to fulfill our dreams. And now, the greatest of all, let's love one another in our environment or community, whether the person is a Christian or Islam.
If you are here and you have a connection to any of the radio or TV stations, tell them they are missing a lot.
Show me your face and fill up the space. All I want is you right now. I want is you right now. I can't explain and being afraid, and fill me with food right now. All I need is green right now. You see, last night I had the most interesting dream. In my dream, I was 6 years old, national spelling bee. I was spelling Great West like a flourage. Solar to Ranius, nucleotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, pneumonoultramicroscopy silicovolcanoconiosis. What a genius. A word to define around the word between victory and I. Then the spellmaster said, young man, your word is environment. Me holding the microphone, shaking on the stage, I got confused. Then the spellmaster called to my attention and said, young man, your word is environment. So I held tight to the microphone and I said, environment. D-I-S-A-S-T-E-R, disaster. Why? Because the word environment scares me to the depth way back. That when I hear envy without the romance, I'm on the move. Though I live in it, I feel like I have nowhere else to go. You see, this word possesses individuals trying to change the order of creation. They have forgotten their purpose through their motion. Created men have turned themselves into animals, defecating and dumping refuse anywhere they find themselves. They've made my environment so stink like the station gutter. We are rushing for money. We are rushing for pleasure. For when you rush, you will crash. When you crash, you mash. When you are mashed, you will be washed. Money is the root of all evil, yeah. But I'm not against money either. Because I need it, you need it, we all need it. You see, we are planting seeds of discord on the surfaces of our environment. And the only thing we will reap is disaster. We think we are wise than God. Yeah, we think we are wise than God. But let me tell you, until the time is due, it will shock you like shocker. I wish I could get some people here who really understand what I'm saying and change their ways of life so that I could be proud of my environment again. And when next I have another dream and I'm asked to spell environment, I'll be bold to say environment. E-N-V-I-R-O-N-M-E-N-T. Maxwell. Peace.
Timekeeper. 2 minutes, 33 seconds. Judges. 10, 7, 6, 6, 8.
In case you just joined us, this is the middle of the match for the prestigious coveted trophy, Environmental Super Cup. And the match is between afforestation as the ball. Yes, afforestation as the ball. But no, he's been slided down by deforestation. Now, deforestation sends a long one to bushfire. Now, bushfire, we know how skillful he is. Passes by the first marker, passes by the second marker. He passes by 3 markers in a row. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Bushfire is clearing the field. He sends a true pass, hoping to meet his counterpart, hoping to meet air pollution. But air pollution crashes into his marker and the ball bounces into the air. But we ain't got to worry about nothing because up in the air is where air pollution eats. He proves that to work by jumping and meeting the ball midway in the air. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful damnation by air pollution. You see, this bicycle kid made the ball run into the embracing arms of the goalpost. The referee freezes the game and he whistles. Prr, 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 game over.
We've taken this entity that we live in for granted. So to you all, I say, game over. For the foul tackle, that's like we've strangled the air. Where man can't handle the factory chimneys, erected up like saluting rifles, shooting smoke volumes in the air. How I wish I got ample to reverse strangle those responsible. I love a puncher with my knuckles. For the smoke puff that was causing vision to be blared. Aside you tampering with my oxygen. It's almost as though Francis mute a call whilst talking on the phone. How dare you tamper with my oxygen now, make my natural call flow. You have overstepped your boundaries. You are offside. Why slide and knock down Mr. Enviro? Are you mentally degraded? As you contributed to the uprooted soul of an innocent fella, disintegrating it whole, constantly creating a hole in the defense. Oh, chief striker, striking down the stem firm midfield hell just to create a hole in the defense in order to attain your goal of eating the Iwurim. Okay, deforestation, and with zero hesitation, your portion will be to be served a yellow card. The tree you cut down without replacing deserves to serve you with some lashes. Bend over. God created you as a first-class living organism. You are preying on your underlings with being an environmental pedophile. You have overstepped your boundaries and you have crossed the line. Throw in rabbits, substituting canoes with them on the water bodies. For this stupid attitude, what I'm desired to do is, I'm going to wrap up that stupidity, rounded package and freely kick it to infinity and beyond. This free kick would inform you how you've deformed a perfect ecological creation, preventing it to deform. I'm angered at the nonsense, so I'll continually sing this song so I'll get a positive response. Be torn. The jersey you was totally skating through someone else's 18-yard box would be torn. And in the end, the penalty that you gotta bear is to be shown a red card out of this echo field. The referee doesn't give a damn. Yeah, the referee doesn't give a damn because you violated the rules, which is unfair. And this is fair.
Sorry, I was just starting my environmental generator. What would you do if you wake up one day to see no living creature? To see all the trees gone, all the waters polluted, with no oxygen to breathe in. Take a moment and breathe in. Feels good, right? Well, imagine that to be your last oxygen, because very soon there will be no oxygen left for us to breathe in. This is what you'll be experiencing from years to come if you keep news. Turn up the volume, let me speak up. Been singing some songs and preaching about climate change for some time now. I don't need to rhyme before I make some sense, but I expect you to have some high sense about this change. We live in a nation that doesn't pay attention to the little thing that could cause serious harm until it takes away lives. We promise honor to faithful and loyal to Ghana, our motherland. But we fail to honor the pledge, be faithful and loyal to our motherland when it comes to care for the environment, planting trees. Since we've made it a habit to live a bare land with no trees to bear fruit, we also want to cut and uproot and not ready to plant them back. And little is being said about it. Now, I'll talk about it and finally become conscious of our action again. Roots in stopping this act. We start asking why the weather is hot when the sun finally makes our body dry like the fire and brimstone lick the bottom of the furnace to initiate melting. When things start boiling up and become helpless, we express our remorse by saying, oh. The last time I checked, the 3 O's are the 3 molecules of oxygen forming the ozone. We deplete the ozone layer by cutting down trees that actually regulate the heat. No wonder the sun they burn us like meat. Reflect gases uncontrollably to the atmosphere. I expect you to atmosphere what your actions are doing to the environment. Cutting down trees. Destruction of the marine ecosystem that actually serve as the natural carbon sink to absorb up to 50% of the CO2. To solve this issue, we have to first of all change our attitude so we can act now. Since it's now a norm that the only voice that is fast said is through demonstration, so out of frustration, I'll consult the oracle of demonstration to tackle the issue of demise in our nation. I command these words to fight the bad mindset against the environment. So don't be upset, but be up and set to see what's next. I am the environmental commando, so swaz. Nigga, stop being a terminating the lives in the forest, in the ocean, in the air. You might not see the need to talk about it, but go check the statistics, extrapolate or interpolate with mathematics. The figures are alarming, and ask yourself, what will become of our environment if you don't act now? Think about the future.
Timekeeper. 2 minutes, 31 seconds. Judges. 10, 9, 9, 8, 9. We drop this 10. We drop that 8. 9 plus 9 plus 9. 9 plus 9 plus 9. 9.
Let's talk about wishes. Everyone here wishes to have a good life. Earth does too. But who wishes to hold the enemy that kills them from the inside when Earth endures holding a 7 billion of it? Because 1,000 ways to torture this innocent planet. A plan to heal her is just a 1 or 2. Damn it. Because here, she contained this species called humanimals who are made to be humans but treat the planet like bulls and cannibals. Sounds proximal how we produce tons of plastics to the max, yet this idea is to recycle all of that stays minimal. Oh, hold on. Because I want you all to be the judges to judge this. Take a close look on the street and judge if those who left the plastic garbages there aren't abnormal. It's the truth, that's the fact, and the fact is, every nation is greedily looting for precious minerals in the soil, but whatever damage they do to her to get what they need is seen as normal, like papers. You know we get papers from trees, then we cut down these trees to make papers and write on them, save the trees. On the left side, human fecal waste is being deposited into the sea. On the right, the tourists are patiently waiting for a much fresher breeze. How romantic it sounds when your spouse proposes to you with a flower but goes home to fumigate the bees. Oh, save the planet, they shouted, but these growing caterpillars will be spared by the Chinese. Then I heard we're investing billions to migrating from Earth to Mars, and billions more to building more nuclear weapons in the Mars, while we stay down here producing tons of plastics in large quantities en masse. For Earth safety, I see no solutions in our science that professors are rather finding next to their mass. My concerns keep turning to oil, they anoint me. Rumbling down from my head to my cheek, they appoint me to give this future prophecy, for I see fishermen go to the sea to see their nets drop back 80% trash and 10% dying fishes. The remaining 10% sums their foolishness. I see hunters swarming to jungles with 10 bullets in a barrel and return back with 9 in an empty sack. The animals of run extinct had a frustration, they shot 1 bullet in the air. I see more natural disasters prevailing. Sooner or later, we all shall waste as the poisonous gases we'll be inhaling. And the only similarity between modern relationships and our efforts to save the planet is they are both failing. So buckle up. Let's get the safety of Earth back on track to get these incoming disasters derailing.
So nice. What position? We do what I think for here. Yeah, we don't mind anybody. We bash him, and with our counterpart from the Odona, we've been competing for years. Don't really see any trophy. Who be saying away a Odona? But this is how we all choose to show love to this country. Shimba Okwe, if it go down, but you do the draw things out of this trusty. So the next time you see me, I post for here, they do my see where they are. You go join me, maybe take selfie. Because apparently, now we belong to the same industry. Destroys the Clients Association of Ghana. Yeah, we that. We spoil everywhere from Kolego to Chocolate Man to Ashama. Yeah, we bad. So today I stay here plus my killer squad. New Dati Lampi. Now robots. Then when I strike her, Akusua Dilana. I name no size. But you know we are just feeding the fishes and decorating the beaches. Where? Akusua Dilana. He got all he needs an extra designer. But see how we all line up for here like some Black Star players, thinking of none but our own. Yeah, this is what I call the selfish Game of Thrones. We do this intentional, so don't be surprised to see us going international. The last time, I see some fresh prince of Bel-Air, he just dropped from Yonki. He passed the whistle. He can't Bel-Air, but he start the squad for here lately. As I asked him, he said, boss, you know I need the fresh air, so I prefer the natural AC. 9 boy, fresh gear, the day here from vacation to Levy, they don't shy self. Forgetting the things we feed the fishes, come back to us suddenly. Then they take away rubber and things we left for here affect marine life gravely. Yeah, talking about the grave. The last time I hear some guy chucking for the donor to do the team, no way, boom, he fall inside. Charlie, you know before they make no laugh. Because that was the doom. The guy will survive. But you see, everybody keep quiet just because nobody wants to offend. But many more will keep dying just because we fail to amend. At least we keep trying to clean up your immediate environment. That one you are waiting for Zoom 9 in the government. Come on. I think we need to employ environmental guardians who will arrest anybody destroying the environment and its natural ambience. What again could you say? Suspect. We also need to go to the age of tankancing as Ghanaians. The way some of you do your face for them, you be suspect. Now move a day. Thank you.
Against her will she lay, so different from the time she slayed, being forced to leave her innocence because of a messed up conscience.
Back then she stood, taller and higher than the eyes could see. Her story was spread wide and told over and over again by those whose egos stood to gain.
Sadly, the only thing that keeps her alive in hearts and memories are these stories. Her glory, her pain, her joy, her abundance. Oh, she is the one.
A beautiful creation of the Maker.
Born and revealed to us on the feet.
Asasia is her name. Many have different appellations for her. She truly is the mother of all, a life coming to an end before our very eyes.
The giver of life almost reduced to barren by those she loved the most as a result of the abuse and assault meted out to her.
A protagonist in her own story.
A melodrama turned to tragedy
By the antagonist in every one of us.
Tonight, I lawyer up and put it to you that you and you and you
have caused Asasia so much pain, plundering the resources she gives freely.
not defending her enough from enemies within and without. Obede. Agbalibe, and now you dare complain?
You dare complain of the intensity when Sahara comes to town, when you have taken away the vegetation that shades you in the name of civilization.
You dare lament on the unhygienic nature of your drinking water, whilst you have deserved the very sources from which they flow in the name of gather and sell.
Why do you grumble at our intense flight when you have littered and blocked waterways that freely allows rainfall to flow in the name of urbanization? That's the curse you have brought upon yourselves by ignoring your method, by becoming deaf and blind to the injustices being done her. Obede, no food be a trolley, let me hear Hannah troller. So it is time to redeem the family.
It's time to clear the land. It's time to make right all wrongs and clear the scares from our lives. Tell your generations that the soul of the earth lives in the souls of their grandchildren, that the earth is divine.
So this is the time for us to partner and learn from those already on the right path.
It's time to sacrifice for what is right. What will your next move be?
J'ai bu aux sources rares les eaux du Sahel. J'ai tenu compagnie au fond de l'Amazonie. J'ai passé les tests de la peur, de la honte, de la commisération, de la hantise et de la traîtrise. J'étais en quête du Verbe. Le Verbe qui parle sans cesse. Le Verbe incommensurable et intarissable. Le Verbe qui reste sur papier, sur la langue, les vers et les revers de la terre. Ce Verbe la chante, ce Verbe la danse, ce Verbe la maquille les matins, habille les après-midi et déshabille les soirs. Ce Verbe la raconte les meilleures histoires. Ce Verbe là, je le tiens, je le détiens, je l'entretiens, je le maintiens, je l'ai entre ma main. Ce Verbe là vous salue. Je suis la dernière vague spermatide, la dernière calebasse, la dernière case mon père de la dernière tranche de la mine. Je suis Adamo Yao de Botro, autrefois Bostro qui veut dire la syllabe habitée par des pauvres secs, acéral ou autres sépulcrales. Je suis donc Adamo, Adam comme le premier homme de la terre, le mot comme le verbe, comme la parole. J'étais aussi au commencement avec Dieu, j'étais aussi au commencement avec eux, j'étais aussi au commencement avec vous. Mon encre sang dans les autres frères et sœurs maritimes qui gisent sur la grise de nos châtres, flots d'eau malade qui tardent de retard, tel la pluie d'arade et des rades, sur des hardes vomis sur la blessure pour je récupérer du force d'un coup, au bout d'un serpent qui traversait la nuit noire. Bonsoir. Bonsoir Ghana. Bonsoir. La terre d'ivoire, la terre hospitalière, la terre, notre terre, votre terre. Bonsoir à tous ceux qui nous ont mis au monde et à toutes celles qui nous ont mis au monde. Bonsoir à tous nos amis du primaire, du secondaire, du lycée et de l'université. Bonsoir à tous ceux qui ont vécu, qui ont survécu, mais qui malheureusement jusqu'à la fin ont été vaincus. Bonsoir à tous ceux qui nous ont aidés, portés, supportés, qui nous ont soutenus, qui depuis le début en nous ont cru. Bonsoir à tous ceux qui nous ont enseigné l'intégrité, la sincérité, l'honnêteté et qui ont fait de nous princes et maîtres des belles lettres. C'est ce qu'on n'a pas pu dire de notre vivant, qui rend toujours lourd notre cercueil. On ne finit jamais les temps avec un tam-tam qu'on a porté la nuit la veille. C'est la parole de mon Père, la parole de celui qui m'a engendré, la parole de celui qui a engendré celui qui m'a engendré. C'est la parole de celui qui a engendré 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 celui qui a engendré.
Joie de vivre. Non, vivre de joie. Ah non. Joie de vivre. En fait, tout est une question de sentiment, le résultat de nos comportements. Percé par les tumultes de mes relations, moi, j'écris, donc je fais une réflexion. Mais j'écris des mots, mes mots, ils dansent. J'écris des phrases, mes phrases, elles chantent. J'écris des textes, mes textes, ils pensent. J'écris des œuvres, mes œuvres, elles fêtent. J'écris des mots et mes mots ils dansent. J'écris des phrases, mes phrases elles chantent. J'écris des textes, mes textes ils pensent. J'écris des œuvres, mes œuvres elles fêtent. Mes jours non embrumés par la gaieté, n'ont aucune fétilité, non, marqués par les vers. Le feu tricolore de mon existence est vert. Père perdu, mère entendu, ma vie elle vit le bonheur. Je suis un être donc sans peur, car une tendresse profonde me vient du monde. Là où prime la verve, là où la nuit s'achève. Sans hésitation, je pose une main sur une des octaves, des caves, des lettres qui rivent la rive. Vive moi je danse, moi je chante, moi je pense, moi je fête, 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 ouh, fête, 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 des lettres retrouvées. Donc j'écris des mots et mes mots ils dansent. J'écris des phrases, mes phrases elles chantent. J'écris des textes, mes textes ils pensent. J'écris des œuvres, mes œuvres elles fêtent. La versification, elle me va à merveille. J'ai des sensations, certes, qui ne sont pas éternelles. Vous êtes tous invités à extérioriser vos pensées. En fait, moi, mes stress, mes angoisses sans loi, je les peins sur un support froid. Oh, venez qu'on fasse la fête. Venez qu'on fasse des mots, des êtres retrouvés. Venez qu'on fasse la fête. Venez qu'on fasse des mots, des êtres consolés. Le bruit, il est bon. Mais dans la parole, il y a du bon. Car, écoute-moi fortement, tu comprendras forcément que l'esprit, évidemment, se nourrit. Pas obligatoirement des sons désorganisés, mais à la clairière des paroles joliment organisées. C'est pourquoi moi je chante, moi je danse, moi je pense, moi je fête, 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 des lettres retrouvées. Donc j'écris des mots et mes mots ils dansent. J'écris des phrases, mes phrases elles chantent. J'écris des textes, mes textes ils pensent. J'écris des œuvres. Et mes œuvres, elles fêtent. C'est Katia, merci.
Bonsoir à tous. Good evening. So I'm not a poet, not so lyrically endowed, but I'm happy to be here. My name is Legacy. I run an NGO called Plastic Punch. So we are an NGO raising awareness on the dangers of plastics and trying to come up with sustainable waste management solutions to the problem. So we use a concept we call edutainment a lot, which is a blend of entertainment and education, and this is in line with what we seek to achieve by telling or sending a message in different ways. Our project started when we went for a 30 monitoring session, and out of 6 turtles we saw on this evening, 5 of them were dead. No scientific diagnosis, but you could see when you look on the beach, the nature that it is linked to a lot of plastics on the ocean. And turtles play a very important role in the ocean system. I'm not going to talk up so much about that right now, but one of our actions are beach cleanups. And we are here tonight to tell you to reduce your plastic consumption, especially single-use plastics. So at some point, we will all be offered reusable bags. And what you should do with these bags is you should refuse, which is one of the R's in the chain. Refuse, reduce, recycle. We believe a lot in the reduce, so we are going to hand over these bags, and the aim is that when you go to the market next time, rather take a reusable bag rather than going for all these single-use plastics, 6, 7, and then you put it back, you reuse, reuse, reuse. So thank you very much. What we do usually with Plastic Punch is, when I say plastic, you say Plastic Punch. So plastic, plastic punch, plastic, plastic punch. Thank you very much. Check out our social media pages. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Master, why? Why? It rains, so what? Why the pour water for the gutter inside? I say, why the pour water for the gutter inside? Oh, boss, but you know, say the border fee is just too high. The border fee is just too high. But when your homes get flooded, you know, go talk say the government really try. But the government is just you and I. You leave your homes wearing suit and tie, just to litter the streets after your juice and pie. The matter turns serious. Now if you do or die, far beyond dangerous. Because when the earth is destroyed, that will be the end of you and I. What are they talking? The obvious, master. Will be true or lie? Slave king, Wawuni, always ready to compete. Why Shen? I will Shen to me. So everybody thinks that you need. Now to be live, we know you all. And we know you all. Always leaving things on the floor. Akambu and his girlfriend, if you're around. Throwing things out on the cars by heart. Oh, boss, if I know you cannot sit inside a dirty Yango, Uber and Trotsky like that. Wow, look, I see they're living in the jungle. So just why deceiving? You need to move around looking all nice and smart. Tell me, what is the use of a good appearance but with a dirty mind? They say cleanliness is next to godliness. But nowadays, it's something we rarely find. The street is a home and an office to a whole lot of people. Imagine somebody walks into your home or office and leaves rubbish in there. Would that seem fair? Will it be a normal sequel? At least get a waste bin and drop it in. It is that simple. Meanwhile, we are the ones who keep complaining. The government must do something about the filth in my area, for we are suffering from diseases such as bronchitis, asthma, cogomiasis, and malaria. Meanwhile, me and you know they create mosquito, gogomi, adidon, kakalika, and other bacteria. So fiber, why are we refusing to change? I think we've just been over-pampered. Charlie, this is getting insane. Yeah, you're right. Because even babies get uncomfortable in their diapers. Master, so after we pile up all the bola for the next generation, then wait till we gain. See, Mother Nature will be basta, but then she can get real mad if you rid her of the good pleasures of this game. And the way we are going, it's real suicidal, but when it gets severe, trust me, we'll surely feel this pain. Charlie, this one, unless you be soccer fan. You just returned from abroad, everybody to give you fans, yeah, burger one. But we all know say out there the hustle is real, so ain't nothing wrong with being a baller man. But you see, when you're out there, you do want to keep clean your street, but when you get here, there's more rubbish in front of home self. You don't go sweep. Charlie, this is our home. There's nothing here about taking care of our own. Let us keep Ghana clean so the rest of the world will know say, yeah, Ghana, yes, you're chrome. So reduce, recycle, and reuse. Let us not refuse, sit idle, and then suffer the consequences of a life that we choose. Thank you.
Water.
Hey, Asasia.
Monsieur.
Infama.
Here as blood of Asasia.
Listen, people who breathe on the Mankuman Frama, learn that the spade you call ears. You who breathe and quench your thirst and fire, hear us and bear witness to our story.
You breathe in what we breathe out. We breathe in what comes out of you. Behold Asasia.
Once upon many pleasant memories, I was a goddess, clad in beauty and purity. My eyes were made of gems. I birth and feed you with milk and honey from my bosom. I was all man needed. But you, only Pada Sendi Boniaye, your greed has defiled my innocence. Do you not know that?
You breathe in what we breathe out. We breathe in what comes out of you.
See her daughter, water.
All things clean and pure. It's I who quenched your thirst and made your blends grow. Yet you spit in my mouth, empty your barrels in my palms, and choke my children, which are deadly chemicals. Have you forgotten? You breathe in what we breathe out. We breathe in what comes out of you.
Hear her cousin, I am everywhere, even in between the cripple and the floor. I am unbounded by time and space. I was all the fragrance you need to make your day. But now, I wrestle with the stench you produce. Like John Cena, I am present.
But you can't see me.
Asasia, they have paraded you naked on the streets and made your once plenty hair bald because of deforestation.
Today, there was a red moon. The sky was filled with your blood tears as smoke invaded your lungs.
Structures are rising where animals should be living.
But Mother Earth is a warrior.
She has sounded the battle cry. Her soldiers are marching forward.
Not to surrender but to resist. Not to conquer but to reclaim. Yet we fool ourselves to think we can defeat her. To think we can beat her into submission.
She will hold on with clenched hands and she will not give up.
We consume too much of Mother Nature when she is ours to nurture.
I don't know if she wants to forgive us. If she can. If she ever will.
Hey, animal kind. Hey, sit back. First place.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them doomed by me and you, and I think to myself, what a sorrowful world. Yea, I see skies of blues, perfumes of white. The plastic depends in the seas with life. Then I think to myself, what a sorrowful world. Oh yes, so I think to myself, what a sorrowful. The earth is under threat. It's a mass suicide. Just like poisoning each other, this evidence lies at the seaside. Because if humans were pests, the actions we take today would have been creating our own pesticide. Yes, we are gradually digging our mass graves. That is where our carelessness will push us to reside. Once upon a time, I used to fish by this riverside. Today, I throw in my hooks and they catch a fresh plastic. The fisherman nearby told me, son, it's normal these days, just try again. So I throw in my hooks a second time and I caught a very big rubber. Fantastic. November, December is a new rainy season and they tell me climate change is a hot, sarcastic. Because anytime it rains these days, I feel this orgasm to read the story of Noah. I bet this time he'll build a Titanic. You cut down our trees and burn our jungles and the sun scorch you like hell. You say the sun is satanic. Barbaric. Do you remember when you dumped the plastic bottle on the street whilst in your suit in your ref? Epic. I hereby equate 0 to you being scholastic. But wait. When are we going to realize we are dancing to the beeps of a time bomb? Who is going to explain to the unborn generation how these rising sea levels turn our land to tombs? The turtles get choked with plastics in their oceans. The deers get burned in their jungles. Tell me what these animals go wrong. You and I know that the bees are keep buzzing a signal saying if the last of us dies, we are taking you humans along. We know the solution is to ban these plastics. But tell me what's taking us so long? Or is now or never to take an action? Or hide on is always at last shall be our last suicide song.
There used to be butterflies in my stomach whenever I got nervous. Just imagine the kind of animal that would be in your stomach and in my stomach if all these butterflies go into extinction. We need to be awake. Not awake the water battle, but awake in this environmental battle. I'll be swinging these words from left to right and right to left, because it's left to us to do what's right, and we ain't going down without a fight with full might. I'll be the knight tonight with words our sword, ready to cut the sword and start planting trees all day, all night, and continue to do what's right. So at the end of the tunnel, we'll see the light. With me towards us, we'll keep watching the word TikToks, we'll continue to talk and talk till you stop the talk and walk the talk. We smith words from left to right and right to left like the pendulum. Hammer words till it finally stands strong, ripples down your eardrum. So we can all change our ways and help cure this environmental syndrome. With all the educational degrees under the hot sun with hot degrees, we'll continue to cut down trees at the highest degree, thinking all the world with our environment as we walk free. Hell no. No pipe is even free at free pipe. This is some serious issue, not normal. So I spit it raw without mentals, because this goes beyond mentals. We ain't doing mentals, but this issue keeps on multiplying. It keeps on multiplying. Nature has given us blue ticks. When it comes online, to solely do the replying so tick. We say life is a cycle, and the environment complete this cycle. So why do we continue to crucify the Anwofedia, beautiful tree, and expect the Savior to save us from the sun rays? We keep on feeding the ocean with trash. Very soon it will be left with only one golden fish. Number one, because come the year 2050, we'll be fishing for trash and not fish. But man, things have changed. With all the high grade in environmental science, this isn't a mini issue unless we all come on board. P.S. Forest ain't forex. So let's not exchange it for some foreign currencies. Already, our currencies are being polluted, and that's what the aquatic life feed on. Remember, we are what we feed on, and what the thing we feed on feeds on. So if you feed them with poison, you also feed on it and die slowly. Let's be wise, like the clock, clockwise. Before you act, think twice.
Oh! Okay. Comfort.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. Clock. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Clock. This environmental drive will be unable to reach its mile, given that it appears the engine is broken down. But hold it on, let me rock it on. One more time, but upon ignition, this environmental drive and attitudinal vehicle reads, vroom, vroom, vroom. It fails, crocodile. It fails, crocodile. We were to write good attitude on Earth's blackboard for oncoming generations to read and respect nature, but we crushed the chalk. Now we are the source for climatic benefit moving far from us, and we know catch up. So as you grab the steering wheel, you check the overheating of your engine. That's the east heating that is melting the iceberg on the ocean before you cruise the shore. And with this going on, extinction will soon reach our junction, slow but sure. So you know why? No. This attitudinal vehicle reads vroom, vroom, vroom. You agree why? It fails. Crocodile. It's funny how we fancy the breeze of an AC, but when we read our attitude from A to Z, we roll up earth windows and put off attitudinal ACs, which keeps the globe warm. Dear industrialization, the smoke from your chimney pipes exhaust the clouds in the atmosphere, which keeps the globe warm. So yours sincerely, as you accelerate forth at top speed, clutching on the remains of Earth's immune system to your technological experiment, causing breaks in evolutionary essence, please, I got one message for you. Check your side mirrors. Things are closer than you think they are. You see, droughts, the flood, you see, high heat waves, high rising sea level. Check your side mirrors. The repercussions of your actions are closer than you think they are. You think it's cold to screech the tar. We become tyrants and dictators on the environment, and oh my God, human extinction will be the product of nature's uprising coup d'etat. And anytime there's a boom, 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 a call for attention to obtain resource to research and action that disturbs climate change, and there's a boom, 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 a honk to the authorities to break the bank for the formalities, it's a damn shame what they do. Instead of adhering to the honk, they do nothing, put their hands down, remain motionless like a plank. Do you think God gave you an ounce of authority over his creation to turn it into a cow dung? See, things should move smoothly like a slam dunk. Instead, with these two cameras, when I pan and watch the leaders at top, I see power misused. So the researchers tank with their resource tanks to the liquidated apathy that overflows the fuel tank. Overstretched ego is that earbud. So anytime there's a boom, 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 a honk for attention, whatever your session, they debunk. So, trading upon God Almighty, please dash the board of environmental directors. Dash the board of environmental directors wisdom, so they'll be able to shield the wind of climatic disasters wherever it blows. Fossil fuels and greenhouse gases are putting off the globe to box climate, to change its state, thereby causing a break in fluid flow of earth cooling. And with this going on plenty, we realized that 2016 was the hottest year there is, and this is enough for us to be at the front of issues and quit putting climate change at the back seat. Because right now, each and every one of God's child locked in this pain and this be dull. You see, God planned the right path for man to pass on, but we branch a sharp curve. Hey, into papa ni, since asase ya ni panta pa hair. Since you are to wapa, so our base mother nature say we feel breed further with this laissez-faire attitude towards in husband, Mr. Enviro to comment. She give me wipe her, tears trickling down her cheeks. This year's know the sound of good beat. Moku wipe her. So show the earth some affection, be in a loving mood. If you want her to return the favor to love you better. We gotta drive safely considering the future we are heading to. Take a detour from nature's terror. Or rent those coming after you to respect nature. I'm begging you. Be prudent and take a look in the rearview mirror.
Indeed, we have so many celebrities. But how are they using that influence to save our environment? Indeed, we have so many celebrities. But what they think about is meet and greet, which turns into a kebab disaster.
Thank you.
It is our environment. Many are searching for fame. Women are showing off their temples, forgetting the saying which goes like, your body is the temple of God. What if I ask who is the greatest celebrity of all time? Whose name are you going to mention? Are you going to say Max the Poet? Are you going to say Shatawale, Stoneboy, Sarkodie, and all these secular musicians resolve? You see, there is a woman somewhere thinking why she has to do so many dirty things in order to become a celebrity. But there is another man somewhere thinking why he has much more followers than he could absorb. What if there was a law which says what you think is what you get? Like I think I'll be the richest man on the face of the planet Earth, because right now I'm thinking of giving unto each and everyone seated here a car as a gift. One might say my thoughts is even less. I can see from what I just said, people have started executing their thoughts in their mind, but pause, I need your attention. You see, wrong thoughts are not, and you might get caught. And there goes the saying like, show me your friend and I'll tell your character. Yeah. My friend is that man who became a celebrity before he was born. His name was mentioned even before he was born, Angel Michael. His name was in the minds of many even before he was born, Mary and Joseph. His uncle's celebrity plotted against him when he was born, King Herod. He had many friends without a struggle, the 12 disciples. He had many followers on Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram, the 5,000 plus that followed him. His own close friend denied him when he needed them most, Peter and Judas Iscariot. Yeah, your thought is as good as mine. His name is Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the ancient of days, the I am that I am, the beginning and the end, and he is the greatest celebrity of all time. So if he is on this environment, then he will save it. But you see, we are rationed to be celebrities. Being a celebrity is just a matter of time and hard work. Maxwell, please.
You do me like you won't rain. Nah, Charlie. I see plenty stands for inside. You don't go rain. Sure. Okay, make we see. In some years to come, the climate will be our greatest enemy. It will be as two teams on opposite poles vying for the same trophy. It will cry for our destruction, and our tears will bring smiles to her faces. Extreme heat wave hitting the surface of the earth is causing Mother Earth to lose grip of her dry land. Rising sea levels are encroaching her. The melting of ice sheets and glaciers are adding trillions of fresh water to our oceans. Europe is getting warmer than ever before. While we are concerned about ISIS, the ISIS at the Arctic is under constant threat, so where will the Eskimos go? It's been purported that in 80 years' time, entire coastal cities like Miami and Osaka could be underwater. And here we are, training soldiers to defend and fight each other. Let's forget about the petty politics. Our world leaders have failed us. You see, the climate is waging a war against mankind far greater than the night walkers, that even Khaleesi with 4 dragons will be a survivor. We need a united front, not the one trailing on the league table, to protect our environment. Evidence suggests that islands in the Pacific will disappear just as Pluto, with signs so glaring that you don't need the philosophies of Plato to read meanings into its happiness. Antonio Guterres, the UN Secretary General, has confirmed that natural disasters are becoming more and more intense with devastating effects. You see, now it's common to see people put up buildings on road networks and later find their houses demolished when there's a need for expansion. Some even don't bother about proper drainage system. You see, but I'm not here to remind you about the tragedy we suffered on June 10th, but just to let you know that our own human activities are leaving us in check. The devastation of the Amazon rainforest led to the extinction of some breed of animals. You see, there's no solution to what we are facing as long as each and every one here wants to buy his or her dream car and not use public transport to reduce the emission of gases into the atmosphere. So what's left for us to do? What's left for us to do is to preserve what's left for us. Or maybe solving climate change should be a thing for the billionaires because they played a huge role in the Industrial Revolution, which is causing global warming. But there's a saying that if two elephants go to war, it's the grass that suffers. So it's fair to say that if we do nothing about this, we will be the collateral damage. But the reality is, you and I are also contributing to the greenhouse effect. And so here we are, facing the effects on the environment. Challenge you never talk.
I'm a vulcanizer. I love a woman with thick thighs, a standing ovation chest and well-rounded backside. Wow. Life is beautiful, so I made nature my wife. I call her Mawena. She's an Ewe, so when we make love, I'm on cloud 9. Lift your head, I'm climaxing to the highest point, Everest. I'm ever resting on her mountain, Afajatu. We are adults, but in bed we play childhood games, Aligoto. Listen, life is so beautiful that I had to marry nature by force. The first time I saw her, I fell. I was on the floor. Oh my God, Boti falls. What a sensation. She was thoroughly wet, so I didn't struggle with penetration. Life is beautiful, so I made nature my wife. Anytime I see her at the monkey sanctuary, I give her my banana. If you harm her, I go shatter you. You don't want to try bandana. I love her, so I water her to keep her green. Savannah. Take a look at the beautiful flowers and trees, and you'll see that nature is artistic. She's trendy, so I shower her with beautiful gifts. Fendi. Because a rich man like me should buy his woman the latest designer. Listen, life is beautiful, so I made nature my wife. I'm a tourist, and she attracts me. Call it tourist attraction. You can check the World Wide Web. I only have eyes for her site. Amazed I'm not a player, but if I have to play, to be on her cartoon pack, exhibiting my amazing skills like I'm Jason Park. Nature is my wife, and marriage is for better, for worse. So I'll love her till death do us part. That will be my monument. A husband should protect his wife. Nature is my woman, so I vow to protect the environment. Ohima maybe you, Brian Coy.
When my dad bought me a bass guitar, I played at the bottom with the message. When my dad got me an acoustic guitar, I played the lead role with the message. And no more parts of my guitar was carved out of a tree. I was scared to finger the minor keys. Alicia, that would have been a pedophile case. But let me make this case brief so that I can brief you about this briefcase. Strings attached to the message. On my knee, music, please play me the G string with the acoustic so that I send my message to this message. Pull strings to make a change happen, or we will face the music. No strings attached, although Georgina wood has got curves every man would like to hold, but what this wood is made for Miss Tree to become a Miss Tree before we miss these trees. We should save these trees, if possible, at the river bank. It's called the river bank, so it's just right to save it. Money isn't the only green we should save because trees improve the quality of water. Trees serve as natural filters to protect our streams, lakes, and rivers. And since rivers never go rivers, they can't run back into safety when they run into danger. We are the ones to save them from going extinct. Now think, every tree is a God. I mean God the Father. With the help of His Son, they prepare their own food without the application of fire. They also bear fruit to solve the problem of hunger. When we cut down trees, the land is prone to erosion because we leave the land bare. You can also bear with me that we destroy the home of birds. I mean wildlife. Trees are medicinal. They cure diseases. Trees provide oxygen and cutting them down often pollutes the atmosphere. But I fear we've forgotten the importance of trees. So we are cutting down these trees that provide us with oxygen and fresh air while we replace them with air conditioning. But the cutting down of trees without replacing them is called deforestation. The forest isn't station, it is being removed. And as a Ghanaian, aside being bothered by 3 countries and the Gulf of Guinea, I am also bothered by the cutting down of trees. I am bothered by where I would want to go. Another planet would be cool, but kind of far. So it's either I stay and pay the price or miss the penalty like Abidjan. Because in the laws of nature, the cutting down of a tree is a sin. Because in the laws of nature, the cutting down of a tree is a sin. That's treason, the highest form of betrayal. But why should you cut down the tree that embrace your savior just to save ya? Have you forgotten if the last tree dies, the last man dies? Like the blonde hair, we all die here. Like the game of Ludo, anyone who doesn't play their role dies. So let's roll the dice as we labor on our quest to find a home we can go to. Because even the Ludo dies when the last tree dies because the Ludo board was carved out of a tree. No wonder these trees were cared after all. That's why when it came to their fruit, they walked in pairs. And even though it's called an orange, green is the color we see, warning us of the greenhouse effect. So the question I'm asking with Limo is, where will man go if all we desire is apple and blackberry devices, bananas? So respect trees, Bukia, but do not break trees.
The human mind is like a Rubik's Cube, constantly twisting and turning in search of answers. It's like the compass needle spinning so fast like helicopter rotor blades trying to point north, but everything keeps going south. How sound is the mind? Listen to the frequencies. You get lost between the raging voices and the loud silence. How does one maintain balance? Tell me. Are you Phili-n-Dzi enough to silence the coven of voices that keep tormenting the inner fibers of your being, infecting them with their witchcraft, burning it? No. Stand up and push yourself to the max. Defend your sanity because it's a jewel. Hear the king speak. Listen, the truth is not ugly and it's not beautiful either. It's okay to feel down sometimes. But that's why I'm here. I'm your therapist and I promise I won't tear a piece of your broken heart to mend mine. I'll be your guide. I'll help you. You will learn how to walk again in the alleyways of your mind's hands free without any assistance. You would walk without holding the railings. Try it. The results would amaze you. Well, I'm one out of humankind that truly cares about you. And please, listen to me. As I say, how do you feel?
I feel empty. I'm broken and can't be put together. I'm Humpty Dumpty. See, these companies cut down my branches. They use my wood to build and open new branches. They don't consider their actions. They put on paper all these sanctions, but they don't apply. See, they lie.
But don't your children do anything to help you?
They are lost. They focus on the wrong things. They want energy. There is the sun, there is wind, there is water. But no, they don't want those things. You think if fossil fuel was good for you, I would have kept it buried? Don't they see that they break my heart? You
but
think it is with good intention that they burn the rubbish instead of leaving them to decay?
Well, not all of them can decay anyway.
That's why we preach, reduce, reuse, recycle.
But have you tried to understand the mind of the polluters?
I can't understand these minds. I tell them, see, don't mind what's mine, do you mind? But it's like it's difficult for them to understand. Why? Is it mental? All this is driving me mental. I'm going insane.
No, don't say that. You're not running around naked yet.
But they're stripping me naked and I have nowhere to run to. I'm choking. They're killing me. I can't breathe. They're degrading my beauty. They're killing me. They are killing me. I'd like to survive, but it's getting harder and harder to stay alive.
I'll help you.
No, I'm not asking for help because I doubt anyone can help. I'm just letting you know that I'm giving up on life, on breath, on fresh air, on humans, on the hope of a better tomorrow. Not because I don't believe in it, but I'll probably be dead before we get to the light of at the end of the tunnel. And right now, it's practically useless to keep resisting and fighting a battle I know I've already lost. So you just wait. Just wait at the end of my distress and at the beginning of my better tomorrow with a coffin and a good set of mourners to carry my corpse, because right now, death seems like the better option.
Someone should help me, please.
Vraiment. Ça ouais, non via bois via si anglobata kusu. Ingbe me wonyo. Ngende kle ibole yaya. Isile yetum fleur. May those who understand understand, and those who don't understand ask those who understand to explain it to you. Parler est un art. Mais savoir parler est plus qu'un art, m'a dit ma mère, ensuite mon père. Et se taire ne veut pas dire ne rien dire, c'est parler. Mais à l'intérieur de soi, au fond de soi, c'est communiquer, échanger, dialoguer avec notre autre moi, notre dedans, notre intérieur, notre nous-mêmes. Voir monter, descendre à la fois les colères et les peurs accumulées tout au long de la longue journée. Voir naître et disparaître les envies d'enfance, les bruits d'adolescence. Voir naître et disparaître les convoitises du vénère parler. Les faux du Bénin disent que la parole épapille les hommes, le silence les rassemble. Mes pères du Mandingue disent que si la parole construit un village, le silence lui bâtit le monde. Oh, parler. Savoir parler est un art, mais savoir se taire au moment opportun pour parler au moment opportun, m'a dit ma mère, ensuite mon père est plus que l'art.
The time now. 9:09.
Jean Mien, revenez à la maison. La terre de vos pères est aussi la vôtre. L'aventure n'est pas une torture. Revenez à la maison, revenez à la maison. Il est vrai, l'air est intoxiqué. Les eaux sont polluées. On coupe les arbres en grande quantité sans en replanter. Les égouts, les caniveaux s'empiffrent d'ordures ménagères. Et quand la pluie gronde tombe, c'est l'assaut des caveaux par milliers, par centaines. On compte les morts, J'en viens. Revenez à la maison. L'aventure n'est pas une torture. Dame Nature cherche amoureusement homme nature. Cessons d'être politiquement correct et devenons humainement correct, Jean Mien. Le climat change comme change la couleur du soleil quand il a sommeil. Le désert avance comme la calvitie du nord adulte. Les animaux meurent comme meurent ailleurs dans les cœurs les hommes sont tout perdus. Les forêts brûlent comme la fumée de mugora pistolets qui cherchent son chemin à travers les voies déjà tracées de le vent qui s'avancent spirale. Les cercles s'assèchent comme ça sèche les déserts, les rivières. Et ainsi, les systèmes politiques déséquilibrent les destins. Jean Mien, revenez à la maison. La terre de vos pères est aussi la vôtre. Nous cherchons tous à vivre, nous cherchons tous à vivre. When I was still young, my mother told me, boy, the environment is like your body, your own. Take care of it as you take care of your home, as you take care of your beautiful face, as you take care of your intimate part, your environment. La terre, c'est vous. Et nous sommes la terre. La terre, c'est nous et nous appartenons à la terre. La terre aussi nous appartient. If earth dies, we'll die with it. If it disappears, we disappear with it. If he lives, we live with it.
La terre est notre mère. Si elle meurt, nous mourrons avec elle. Et si elle vit, nous vivons avec elle.
Earth is our first mother. If it dies, we die with it. If it lives, we live with it.
La terre est notre première mère. Si elle meurt, nous mourrons avec elle. Si elle vit, nous vivons avec elle.
Earth is our first mother. If it dies, we die with it. If it lives, we live with it.
La terre est notre mère. Si elle meurt, nous mourrons avec elle. Si elle vit, nous vivons avec elle. to make something. We will talk in French, but I translate to it is left to right. Donc, à gauche, à droite, to the left, to the right. Donc, à gauche, à droite. Ok, à gauche. Non, à gauche, à droite. Ok. Donc, we make like this. À gauche, à droite. À gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, 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 à gauche, à droite, à gauche et à droite. Ok? 2, 3. À gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, 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 à gauche, à droite, à gauche et à droite. Partout, c'est la parole qui s'évapore, l'écoute qui s'accroît, vos oreilles n'ont plus de porte. Si c'est l'oreille qui donne de l'importance à la parole, regardez-vous. Ma parole est donc importante. Ici-bas, trop de direction, j'ai donc donné ma vie à ma passion. J'ai gravé mes mots avec des mots sur des feuilles désuètes. Et aujourd'hui, l'homme me nomme le poète. Je me surprends parfois à éloigner les mots de mes mots, mais avec les mots de mon stylo. Loin de me comporter en Salomon, je vis comme un héros. Car par les vers, même le cœur écarlate de problèmes se vide sans problème. C'est pourquoi à gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, 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 à gauche, à droite, à gauche et à droite. Partout, c'est la parole qui s'évapore, l'écoute qui s'accroît, vos oreilles n'ont plus de porte. Si c'est l'oreille qui donne de l'importance à la parole, regardez-vous. Ma parole est donc importante. Il est dit que la parole est une épée. Si vous m'entendez, c'est que je me comprends. Il m'arrive parfois à faire ce qu'il ne faut pas faire. Oh, il m'arrive parfois à me dire, petit, tu as beaucoup à faire. Aujourd'hui, pour vous, je n'ai pas un grand message, mais simplement vous dire que le poète est un sage dans l'âme et non dans les larmes, un sage qui a le mot pour âme. Je suis un poète, alors moi je stable. Donc, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite, à gauche, 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 à gauche, à droite, à gauche et à droite. Partout, c'est la parole qui s'évapore, l'écoute qui s'accroît, vos oreilles n'ont plus de porte. Si c'est l'oreille qui donne de l'importance à la parole, regardez. I know that you don't understand. Just listen. Thank you.
I am the environment so green over green. My enemies were many, but my lovers were few. Even the road that leads to heaven, narrow it is. If I was a Ghanaian, very unique and talented. If I was a Ghanaian, great mineral resources, evergreen forestry, beautiful tall sites I possess. Many fight over me, not because they love me, but because of what I possess. And when they possess my possession, they dump me like dumping shit. Oh my sorry by my manners. You see, some things are better said than never. My loved ones are refusing to think. My enemies have gotten the chance to pollute me because my loved ones have become, I don't care. Yeah, you heard me right, I don't care. I don't careism have become the thing of the century, causing me to be so dirty that I refuse my identity. If Paul and the disciples could turn the world upside down, then what prevents my loved ones from doing so? You see, I feel so ashamed, I feel so regretful, and I feel so disappointed when politicians use me as their campaign promise but do nothing about it. Act as if they've never seen me before, or neither have they heard of me before. When I obtain them the seat of authority, they think they are wise. Wait until I die and fade off, and you see if you can really eat that man, Maxwell.
Obi oni ma depa ono na ye free ni nipa na so nipa se oni ma depa na wanya apia nye nkuto se o de kosra ho na ma ebekeka aw nipa nti wahwa ma mpote ma ye fia ma de yare aba ma mebunu bi ewu kwa he nipa kopebusie bi bo na wode ka we are seeing yesho inti sa mpotem ye fie nya obofo bi na obeba bepra na weyi nkekawa yes cleanliness is next to godliness inti nipa ye hu se nyame hweja no na ye papa hweja na ye papa na sa ye papa wo ye fa if you say one door we feature na nsio to na den tonton ba why no be yare nipa so utwa kwaye due nyina na udue duaba na nso aba why na ekonbede no nipa sɛ wokɔ so ayɛ galamsey na ɛsɛe wɔ subɔnten nyinaa wan na ɔbɛbrɛ nipa nipa ɔfare ni mefɛrɛ wo paa nti wo kɔmpoano no wode adubɔne kɔmpoano no sɛ mmoa ɛwɔ nsuo mu nyinaa ewu na yɛkɔme den yɛn ɛkɔtɔ dɔk no adɛn nam na wopɛ sɛ yɛmfɛndi nipa meyɛ wo anka mɛhwɛ m'asetena fi sɛ woanhwɛ w'asetena a w'ase bɛkyerɛ asekyerɛ ne yɛ nimguaseɛ nti nipa hwɛ w'ase tena tie okurani kwaku apenten da bia na ɔhye adeɛ wɔ n'efuom yɛkasa kyerɛ na ɔse ɛnyɛ hwee dakoro bi ɔso agya ma ne hyi n'efuom a efie bi a na ɛwɔ n'efuom ne nkyɛn so hyeeɛ ma abɔfra bi a na wada wɔ dɛm nso hyee pasaa ma ne ka na harawa gone too soon kofi kakraba nti nipa adɛn na wote sa yɛkasa wontie waso yɛ den dodo wohia police wohia peter nipa you are so savage adɛn woyɛ tiwa nipa wode mpakyɛw de yɛ ade power na wodin krampo kyerɛ sɛ wonim ade pa nti ma wodin sɛ wosuban yɛsi anansi wofie a wan biom na ɔbɛnwe ntentan nti nipa wo wiase deɛ mɛma wo wiase nyɛ tan na sɛ yɛyie na ɛyɛ fɛ a ɛbɛbɔ wo a wo ho ban
As we kept watch, the four-legged mammal known as time passed. Destruction was planted in the fertile soil of mine, so we waited and waited for evil to germinate from the grounds. It was buried. Out of these grounds sprouted the forbidden fruit, and the sons and daughters of Eve feasted on evil with joy. This was when these scavengers fed on my flesh, but my spirits fled the harm. But like wax to heat, we melted in the arms of evil with joy, so Noah called us harm. These are the days of darkness. And the darkness could not speak light for these problems to turn light, so we still lived in darkness. The greatest gift ever given to man was Eden. Instead for knowledge, it destroyed the garden. So we prayed for a new beginning and we were given. We've been assigned to create a new Eden to replace the new Eden we destroyed, but we are still destroying Eden. But let's take it back to where it all began. If we were created from dust, that means we form a core part of the earth's crust. We are a body of living, walking, breathing earth. Look around. All you see is me. All you see is you. All you see is us. Do you know why? It's because we are the environment. And the environment can be defined as what we see around us. So destroying the environment means destroying us. Now let's make this practical with a question. If you are the walking earth, just imagine excavators rushing your body like a SWAT team. Excavating precious body organs from your body against your will because mate needs a heart transplant to survive. Drill holes into your head. Take away wisdom so that you remain foolish and enslaved to discourse of a discourse. Take away your kidneys because those kidneys to survive. So you've got to satisfy the kidneys. You've got to be kidding me if you tell me you survive the heat. Hope you feel me. Now pause and reflect. This is what you are doing to Mother Earth. Always infringing upon a right just because she hasn't got the mouth to speak. Aborting her babies and leaving her without children and
See that no one escapes. If anyone resists, from the gutters, let the field build up. This is our revolution and we would enforce it. Hail plastics. Hail plastics. Hail plastics. Pollution pushed to the max, so we took a massive stand on this. We, the proletariat politicians, are sick and tired of how you treat us in this country. We are sick and tired of the unemployment rates of our kind. And this is a coup d'etat. Consider this a new government. You cast us aside after one job just because you thought we were useless. Ironically, you didn't use less of us just because you could not reduce, reuse, and recycle. Consider this a coup d'etat. We are taking over. Now to my fellow plastic comrades who are fighting in this battle, I want you to take note of the following rules of engagement. 1. To our naval forces coming in from Plastic Utopia, the plastic island humanity created in the sea by accident. Your duty is as follows. Choke all the fishes and marine life like you have always been doing. 2. To our latex special forces, your duty is very important.
capture their essence, inhibit their population processes. You are not to break under any circumstance. The only time you are allowed to break is when you are breaking way to give way to STD. Now, to the old titans, a new era is upon us, and it is my civic duty to introduce you to your new queen, Her Royal Highness, Mother of Plastic, first of her name, Hoarder of Rubbish, Queen of everything synthetic, can bring out the destruction of humanity.
Hail the Queen. The greatest threat to your planet is the belief that someone will come and save it. I don't blame you. You used to have a hero.
Captain Planet. Sorry, sir.
Captain Planet was going to take pollution down to 0, but he joined 4x4 and became a rapper. So you were left without a savior. And since then, we plastics grew. We grew in our numbers. We grew in power. We became powerful with enough power to power a nation, and now we are coming. We are coming for you. We are coming with the whole accord from then you fuel our current. So I suggest you bow. Bow to me. Bow to your queen. Bow to me and my plastic team. Because this is a new regime. We are about to reconstruct, deconstruct, and alter the human being. It's about to be a plastic surgery. We will choke you. Choke your gutters. Choke your plants. So choke your soil so your plants won't grow. Cause havoc. Ruin your life. And after everything, after the rage, after the storm, there will be flood. We will drown you in your negligence. Hold your head under water until you can't breathe. You couldn't get rid of us, so we are here to get rid of you. We are coming. We are coming for you. Mark my word. I have spoken.
I hear 1 pound of gold is worth more than Saddam's pay. So oftentimes I hear our leaders, bosses and madams say, let us stop illegal mining and fight against Galamsey. But also you know you are lying because you turn around and do say. So how will this ever stop? On the global scale of eco-awareness, how will we ever rise to the top? Now our water bodies have become a big pool of cocoa tea. If you now share a situation of blood, you go drink cocoa. The Chinese are destroying our water bodies while they keep theirs nice and clean. All for the selfish gains of our leaders, our water bodies have become red, brown, yellow, and green. Meanwhile, these water bodies serve many towns and villages. So imagine the repercussions anytime there are spillages. How will these people ever survive when we go in for that blood money at the expense of their lives? Exactly what my cry is. The kind of things we practice. The earth is looking faint. Things never used to be like this. The climate has changed, and now we are experiencing global crisis. Things must not be the same. The earth is our responsibility. These are the things that you go for try fix. You see, the creators stopped creating the moment they created man. They gave us the wisdom to take off everything that lives in water, in the air, and on land. Our body entrusted in us the wisdom to sustain the earth. So our body expects each and every one of us to become a blessing to the next. So ask yourself, who are you to Mother Nature, a blessing or a curse? Maybe not forget that we hold in our hands the sustenance of generations yet unborn. One day when we are no more, may they never look back at us and begin to mourn. Would we have helped our generation, or would we have caused them more pain? Would they look back at us in admiration or with disdain? May it be told of us that we are the ones who planted seeds and multiplied the grains. May it be told of us that we are the ones who protected the trees and purified the rains. May it be told of us that we are the generation who live not for their selfish needs, but for their children's gain. The earth is our home, yes, we have been planted here. So I pledge to take care of my own and to be a planeteer. Never again to leave Mother Nature all alone. I will help dry her tear. For the earth has no other clone. I hope the message is clear. So right before I leave it all here, with my fist in the air, join me and let's become planeteers. Thank you.
Just because we consider them trash does not mean we cannot recycle them to something else. You see, it's called a garbage can. Not a garbage can not. So we with the garbage can segregate refuse and refuse to make them impossible to reuse. To reuse them as sculptures, making a rubbish sail afloat on the rain. A ship another weather will stop them. Let's reuse them. For the plastic bottles, for instance, reuse them as camp houses or even wall fence. Before housing your rubbish in the gutters or the water bodies, that should be your thought first. Because how can we not practice cleanliness and always put God first? We can reuse all of the things that we can reuse. Yeah, we can reuse them. The government should induce our use of separate dustbins. Perhaps should be able to make us use our alien heads when it comes to environment. Aspirants. And the government and the law should not take it lightly with offenders of its environmental policy. It will serve as a deterrent if we really want to see the end of this ecological war we see. But we used to practice cleanliness. The communal labor and things. We used to practice cleanliness with the hope of it being next to godliness. But now we are giving appointment letters to malaria and cholera, which make us know that we are cleanly less and this is a godly mess. Okay, follow me closely. You see, $140 billion a year will be needed to be able to make changes for our humanity to adapt to climate change. That's global warming. You might look like a huge number, but that is less than 0.1%. That's 1/10 of what we will gain if we use natural means to deal with global warming. Natural means like ending deforestation, but restoring all the degraded fields. And this natural means will also create 80 million jobs and take 1 billion people out of poverty. And on top, we will get $2.3 trillion in the global coffers. Okay, now let me ask you. Now, shouldn't we always do this naturally? And instead, we want to use 1/10 of what we can gain to make our lives tight. Oh, come on. We can't use 1/10 of what we can make to make our lives tight. So let's tighten up the loose ends that make us less human. Let's tighten up the loose ends that make us less human. Felling trees and not replacing them. That's a nuisance. We are below the red line of Earth ecosystems marking scheme, and we should glide back onto the green line. A green line so that we will put in new plans. We'll put in new plans in a way, otherwise we'll end up fighting for seats. We're fighting for seats to travel back to our green villages just for survival. And that one too, we will choke new plan. Okay, dustbins, dustpans. Water reservoirs, water tanks is okay. Now, let's creatively recycle plastics into form that illogically beat sense. Get it melted and processed into blocks of street pavement. You see, our West doesn't only provide biogas, it provides clear drinking water with our step advancement. Let's take responsibility of our shit and be real men. Because nobody threw away life whilst it was worth living. Amen.
Ansana America so besi trust na wodi asase aka kyerɛ asase ya yeto safre for say ya mpotɔ frefre nsu asase ya bejensa asase ya wabre na kafra na asase ya wa na akɔbɛkasa. To all the families of the departed soul that were swept off by our actions and inactions, I say, accept our condolences. Deep down within, I feel remorse. You should feel remorse too. For how long are we going to condone these bad practices under the sanitation lenses? Maybe we are proud as a nation to see food everywhere, so we don't care where we litter. We are the agents spreading the boiler, yet we can't stand the stench of it when the sun heats it up with its rain and become boiler rain. So I say, we don't go bed till you stop being the boiler bed. We litter anywhere, everywhere, we don't care that harm caused by litter. Only a few may have noticed it, but you should have also noticed that they haven't noticed that bad action calls for death notice. But little did you know that death doesn't even come with a notice, so notice. We claim to hold the nation in high esteem, but we're falling short of good morals, and we need a sanitation regime. Good sanitation should be our theme. The gateway to Africa. Music to my ears was once a jungle with bells on it, but now a jungle with birds on it. A jungle with bees, a jungle with waste blocking the drainage system, so when it rains, it floods to level with our waste. It even goes to the extent of destroying lives and properties. We always send messages to the lion to zoom into our egg and help clean the mess we've accumulated for ages. So whenever mess causes demise, we blame the government and zoom lion when we should have been wise. Share, say, who compo koshe yechia, yare bebe okunya, cholera, fever, malaria, diarrhea, ni yeshishomwa, ni na yefine bola. Oh my Ghana. This may come as a plastic punch. Let the Church of Climate Change bear me witness that the plastic method this is not helping. We need to switch to plan B, else we are going to pay the cost of our lives and that of the environment. Let's switch to plan B, else Once it perishes, there's nothing like planet B.
On behalf of all humanity, I do write this letter of apology. I standing as the bridge of the past, connecting the future through all the distractions it causing the history of our ecology. To every land we've dismembered with greedy sex for minerals in the name of our geology. To every organism we've eliminated by the use of our technology. And to every animal, both extinct and endangered, as confirmed by the confirmations of our biology. To the ozone layer, we've depleted the radical carbon emissions in the observations of our meteorology. We are sorry. We apologize to the Arctic ice. Our carelessness condemned their abilities to be wise. For our punishment in return, you caused the various sea levels to rise. That sounded more like we played a little of torture and it got to your turn to cast the dice. We are sorry. We apologize. To the red gazelle, blueback, pangolin, Ethiopian wolf, and mountain gorilla. Please forgive us for placing you on the endangered list. I know you wish for a revenge and destruction unto us by Godzilla. I know you wish to annihilate us with an iron fist. To the Tasmanian tiger, passenger pigeon, western black rhino, mammoth, and dodo. It's a shame how you wiped away real quick for this generation to get a chance to take a photo. All because our ancestors hunted you in the air, on the land, in the seas, and the grotto. Oh, Los Sentimos, pardon me, amigo. We are sorry. We apologize. This organism is endangered because you and I were dangerous. To the extent, if I had the power to be Jesus, you would have been my Lazarus, but it's late. For a chance to save your predecessors, we still debate. And a little effort from our scientists is so genes that you incubate. See, this one problem we cause, even if we add 7 solutions, they can't equate. For we are predators, on you we predate. We are sorry for making you go desecrate. We apologize for all these wars and mess we create. Because our selfishness made you less just to make us feel great. Today we suffocate by the poisons of our own bait. Because karma is serving your revenge in the climate plate.
Attention everyone, I said attention. Man, called to be kind, yet your mind made blind to things naturally designed, constantly refining the unrefined. So, congratulations, mastermind. You have won the first prize for being so ungrateful. Oh, did I hurt your fragile ego? See, I give you fish.
You give me trash.
I give you oxygen.
You give me poison.
I give you life.
Yet you drive a knife through my heart every day. You disgrace me, strip me down to my core, clothe me in a cloak of shame and choke me with your sweet poison.
You pluck my innocence bit by bit like the way a woman plucks her eyebrow.
I didn't ask to be molested. I was green as a virgin when we first met. Blossom like a flower under the morning dew until you screwed me over and over.
Hey. After send the soles of their shoes into axes,
they clad, dug, twisted and ripped apart my insides layer by layer and left me for the vultures to feed on. Take a look at me now. Does it please you to see me bleed? When the Creator puts on the mask of the creation, everything created becomes garbage. And God said,
let the waters bring forth abundantly every living creature that have life.
But you said,
let the waters bring forth abundantly everything blessed.
And wash away decayed feces from all kinds of men. For how long do I have to put up with your shit?
Really? You thought you could abuse me and I wouldn't fight back?
Don't you know every action has an equal and opposite reaction? I only vomit the rubbish you feed me with.
I make you homeless because you drag me out of mine.
You broke my back, crippled my beauty with your insanity. I am what I am because of you. One day you will scream and I won't hear you. You will yell for me and I will no longer be here. I am Mother Nature. To be apart from me is to claim you and never a part of me. I wish you would not offer fumes as sweet incense, but live incense as tribute to me. Because remember, when I die, the last one of you dies too.